Year 6 Maths Revision, Mixed Calculations and Topics, Spring 1, Part 3. There are 10 questions, and for each number you choose either A or B or do both. Pause the video while you work it out. When you are finished, press play and I will talk through the method and give the answer. Number 1, 1A 3.26 times 4, 5.34 times 26. Press pause and work it out. Okay, 3.26 multiplied by 4. So I've lined up my digits and I'm going to put a decimal point in the answer box. 4 times 6 is 24. I'll carry my 2. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 2 is 10. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 1 is 13. 13.04. 5.34, and let's write 26 underneath. Our multiplication symbol, we're going to put a decimal place there and there because we are multiplying by a 2-digit number. We're going to have 2 rows. And I'm also going to put a decimal place for when I total up my 2 answers. 6 times 4 is 24. Let's put our 4 there, our 2 there. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 2 is 20. A 0 here, a 2 here. 6 times 5 is 30, plus 2 is 32. Let's cross out those numbers at the top and the 6. We'll put our 0 here. Because we're multiplying by 20, we need to have a 0. And now we can treat the 20 like it is 2. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 3 is 6. And 2 times 5 is 10. Let me extend my answer box there. 4 add 0 is 4. 8. 6 add 2 is 8. 3, 1. So 138.84. Okay, 2A, 5.75 divided by 5 and 4.44 divided by 3. Let's do our bus stop. 5.75 divide by 5, put our decimal place above. 5 goes into 5 once, no remainder. 5 goes into 7 once with a remainder of 2, and 5 goes into 25 5 times. Over on this side, 4.44 and a decimal point above. 3 goes into 4 once with a remainder of 1. 3 goes into 14 4 times with a remainder of 2. And 3 goes into 24 8 times. 3A, we have 5 subtract 2.4 and 6 add 4.2. Press pause and then we'll work it out together. Okay, 5 subtract 2.4, we're going to do the column method. I'm lining up my ones digits and I notice straight away that I've got a 10th digit in 2.4 but not for 5. So I'm going to put a decimal place and a 0, a decimal point and a 0. I also need a decimal point in my answer box. Okay, 0 take away 4, I can't do that. So I'll change that to 4, that becomes 10. 10 subtract 4 is 6. And 5 subtract 2 is 2. Now, 6 add 4.2, we don't actually need to do any adding of zeros or decimal points. Because if we do 6 add 4 is 10. And then we add the 0.2, the answer is 10.2. Number 4, we have 1/4 add 3/4 and 2/3 add 2/5. Press pause and then we'll work it out together. Okay, 1/4 add 3/4, the denominator is the same, so that's an easy one. Now we just add the numerators. So 4/4 is a whole. Your answer could be 1 or it could be the 4/4. 2/3 add 2/5. We have got different denominators, so we can't add them. We need to change both fractions so that they are the same. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Those are my multiples of 3. 5, 10, 15. Now I'm noticing that a shared multiple, a common multiple of 3 and 5 is 15. So that's our new denominator. So let's write that in there. Right, looking at the first fraction, what did I multiply 3 by to make it into 15? I multiplied it by 5. So I do the same to the top number, to the numerator. So 2 times 5 is 10. And I times 5 by 3 to make it into 15. So I do the same to the top number. So that is actually 16 fifteenths. As a mixed number, that would be 1 whole, because 15 fifteenths makes a whole, and 1 15th. But both of those answers, either the improper fraction or the mixed number, are acceptable. Now you're going to find 3/4 of 12 and 3/7 of 63 by dividing by the denominator and timesing by the numerator. So hit pause for now. Okay, so 3/4 of 12, we need to do 12 divided by the denominator 4, which is 3. 12 divided by 4 is 3. And now we do 3 times 3, which is 9. Over on this side, we do 63 divided by 7, which is 9. And then we're going to do 9 times 3, which is 27. 6a and 6b, write the equivalent decimal for each fraction. Okay, so half is 0.5. A quarter is 0.25. 3/4 is 0.75. An eighth is 0.125. A tenth, 0.1. And 100, 0.01. 7a and 7b, I'd like you to do them both. Write the Roman numerals for each of those. Press pause and then I'll reveal the answers. Okay, 10 is x, 20 is xx, 30 is xxx. Let's skip 40 for a second and go to 50. 50 is L, and we do 40 by having L, and we put an x at the front, which is 10. When the x comes before the L, we take it away. So 50 take away 10 is 40. 60 is LX, 70 LXX, 80 LXXX. Let's skip 90. 100 is C. And just as we just did for 50 and 40, it's C take away X, which is 90. Okay, you're going to hit pause. You're going to write the name of each 3D shape and the number of vertices. Please do both A and B. Okay, this one is a cube, and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 vertices. This side, we have 1 vertices. Now, when you have 1 vertices, it's actually, the word is vertex. That means 1 vertices. It's got 1 vertex, and it is a cone. 9a and 9b, I would like you to put the correct symbol to compare each set of fractions. You may need to change the fractions so that they have the same denominator. So hit pause for now. Okay, a half and a quarter. If you look at these squares that I'm drawing at the bottom, there's a half. A quarter, you split it into 4, and you can clearly see that 1/2 is greater than a quarter. So we put the symbol this way. 2/3 and 4/6. We need to have these fractions so they have the same denominator. So if we write out our 3's and our 6, now straight away I've just noticed something. 6 is a multiple of 3. So I'm going to keep 4/6 and I'm going to change 2/3 into 6ths. So 3 becomes 6. That means I've timesed it by 2. So I do the same to the numerator. 2 times 2 is 4. And that actually means that it's the equal sign. because as we can see there, 2/3 is equivalent to 4/6. Finally, I would like you to write half of each of those numbers. Hopefully you know that by memory, and if not, you'll have to divide them by 2. So hit pause while you work it out. Okay, half of 30 is 15, half of 50 is 25, half of 70 is 35, and half of 90 is 45. If you didn't know those by heart, write them down and ask someone to test you on those for a couple of days so that you know them by heart, because it's very useful. And thank you for watching.